the 2025 AFB Leadership Conference. Hosted at the Crystal Gateway Marriott Hotel in Arlington, Virginia, from November 12th to the 14th. Two men sit at a table.
Hi, everybody. I'm Tony Stevens, the Assistant Vice President for Communications at the American Foundation for the Blind, and I am excited to be joined here today by our President and CEO, Eric Bridges. Hello, Eric.
Hey, Tony. How are you?
I am doing fabulous, thank you. Fabulous because we're getting ready to be pushing out all the things around our agenda for the upcoming AFB Leadership Conference to be held in November here in Arlington, Virginia, where we're coming to you today from. But, we want to take a moment and give some folks a preview of what to have in store for the Leadership Conference this year. It'll be November 12th through the 14th at the Crystal Gateway Marriott in Arlington, Virginia, here right across the Potomac in Washington, D.C. The theme for this year's conference is Leading Together, Leveraging Change to Advance Our Vision. And I think it's a very powerful theme. The first question I have for you, Eric, is we're excited to be back in the Washington, D.C. area, the metro here in Washington. And with the theme for this year, it's really resonating well. Why is that the case, you think? Why is it important for folks to come together here in Washington this year specifically?
Well, there's just a tremendous amount of change in administration and in leadership in Congress, along with just the evolution of technology. The rapidity of it it's happening so quickly.
Lightning speed.
Yeah. So there's a lot to talk about, a lot to be able to network with others and learn.
And one of the things we've done this year in terms of our program agenda that folks I think will find useful is to set up the specific tracks in line with some general plenaries that are really going to dive into some of these areas. We talk about the technology and how it's advancing at lightning speed. We're going to be having the latest set of research that we've been working on with artificial intelligence at AFB, but we're also going to be having other leading voices from throughout the field. We're also going to be having programming that's really going to be sort of empowering those that are leading a lot of the organizations focused within the field of blindness and low vision out there. Some key areas that they really need to focus in on. Anything really that you're sort of excited about this year coming up for the Leadership Conference?
Well, you talk about technology, and I do think that a lot of the work that we've been doing with regard to artificial intelligence is really good, high quality, and stuff that we as a field are going to need to arm wrestle with. The future of its impact on us, both good and maybe not so good or concerning, and how we can work on that together collectively as a field.
It's definitely revolutionizing every aspect of not just the field, but our lives in general.
Yes.
We're excited for that. One thing we're going to also be doing is really opening up a space, not just for more networking for folks that come to the conference, but also for more conversation, discussion, and dialogue. We want to make sure that there's the program traditional setup of like general sessions that are very thought-provoking, engaging, action-oriented, our breakout sessions that are extremely educational and informative, everything from empowering parents and working sort of non-traditional ways outside rehabilitation to create independence, all the way down to a lot of the stuff we've been known for over the years in terms of digital literacy, accessibility, and that whole space in the tech sector. But we want to really work to have a space where people can also engage in conversations during and as we wrap up the conversation at the end of the conference as well. One of the things I'm looking forward to as well, our annual awards luncheon. We announced earlier this month our honorees for this year, and it's really exciting. Eric, first share with us, the Miguel Medal, one of the strongest awards that's given out in the field of blindness since 1937, named after our founder, Moses Charles Miguel, who founded AFB in 1921. This is a special year for our honorees this year. Talk a little bit about our slate of three, honorees, and share a little bit about their life.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Lucas Frank, Bernadette Capin, and Louis Braille. Pretty amazing roster of honorees. Louis Frank worked for over 4 decades as a guide dog instructor, and in many ways leadership within the environmental access and pedestrian safety community for our community, and at times has been known as the dog
Yeah.
whisperer.
He is.
Um,
He was a huge part for my second dog, Lucas was, in working with him. I've been, it's been exciting to know someone over all these years and then to see them rise to what he's done on just a national stage and be able to impact with it.
Yeah, and when I first came to know Lucas, it wasn't as a guide dog instructor per se, but rather all of the work that he's done with standard setting bodies concerning environmental access and enabling blind and low vision folks to more independently and safely travel within their communities. So he's an outstanding honoree. The second is Dr. Bernadette Kaplan from the New York Institute for Special Education. Bernadette has just retired as of the end of June and is somebody that has really been recognized as an outstanding teacher within the field of blindness, low vision, and deafblindness. And, led the Overbrook School before coming to the Bronx to lead the New York Institute for Special Education, and has just been a powerhouse in the education and development of young blind and low vision as well as deafblind students in this country.
Yeah, she's been very powerful.
Yeah.
And third is an interesting award presentation because it's given posthumously. But this year, there's been a long celebration going on over the past year, and particularly in Paris, France, after Mr. Louis Braille, who is probably literally he's buried in the Pantheon of Paris, but I mean he's in the Pantheon of blindness for sure. Yeah. What's special about recognizing Braille this year?
Well, it's the 200th year of the sort of creation of the system of Braille, of what we today know as Braille, and what is really, I would argue, real literacy for our community. So we thought it was really important that he be honored, and the folks in Paris actually sent in a nomination letter. Helen Keller was posthumously awarded in 2014, as have other notable leaders in our field, and I think it's only right. And you talk about Pantheon, he sort of sits on the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, if there was one for the blind.
Of blindness.
Yeah. It would be nice. It'd be tactile.
It would be. It would be.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit smaller.
A bit smaller, yes. Not the size of the actual. It is, that's going to be part of our awards luncheon that'll be on November the 13th. You can register for that by going to afb.org, looking for our convention link or our conference links for our conference. And it's part of the overall conference experience, the annual awards luncheon every year. So we're excited for that. There are a lot of reasons to look through the agenda and find something that maybe might be of interest for you. Registration has been open. We've still got the early bird going for about another 6 weeks or so. So there's still a chance to save on registration. Again, it'll be November 12th through the 14th at Arlington, Virginia, here, just outside our nation's capital. And we look forward to having you join us here just outside DC in a few months. So,
absolutely. Please come.
Yep. Thanks, everybody.
Take care.
The 2025 AFB Leadership Conference. Learn more at afb.org/AFBLC.